So you study this guy.
Yeah, that's some of the best references you get.
Has he got his ear laid back or what happened?
Yeah, he's got them ears laid back. He's rutting, swelling that neck up. He's gonna show out a little bit.
And so I remember this deer from like 2 or 3 years ago. He was just a little. You took him in, right? Somebody.
Exactly. He's a orphan. Was brought here when he was 2 days old.
And so now he's
3.5.
3.5 for all of y'all that like to try to age deer. This deer is 3.5.
Sprout tines is. That's what happens when you let them grow.
Yeah. And so you took them in and you're using them basically to study them to help you out with the taxidermy?
Yeah, exactly. And like I say, once you get one in the pen like that, he gets friendly. You can't never turn him loose.
Right.
He would be dangerous. I mean, he will get dangerous. He could possibly kill you when he's in a rut.
Right.
A lot of people don't know how dangerous they do get it.
So how much does that deer weigh, do you know?
He's probably around 185, 190. He's down in a hole. It's hard to see him, but once he gets on the level with you, he's
right.
He's a good one. There lays one of his does that was here with you when you
way back there?
Yeah.
Is she just laying down?
She's just laying down.
Taking it easy. Well, he doesn't have to work too hard to find him a woman.
No, actually there's 7 in here.
Good Lord.
There's 2 big does, him, and 4 babies.
I don't know if I've been this close to one before.
You just want some attention right there.
So this is
our dipping room. This is where we do our hydrographics.
Right.
Dipping our skulls and horns. Here's one we just dipped. We got to do a little touch up and put a clear coat on it, but that's called bones. That's deer skulls and deer horns.
All right. And so for the people that may not know much about this or about your taxidermy here, how long does it take for you to do that, and what's the general price that you would charge for a camo dip?
A camo dip, it's according on how far we are behind. Usually on a camo dip, we use the flesh-eating beetles to clean them so your skulls don't crack and break. You come out with a pretty white skull and no seams or no nose pieces breaking off, and then if we gonna dip them, we'll put a base coat on them and clean them up again and wrap the horns, and then we will whatever camo pattern we want to use, we'll bring it, lay it out on this machine, and then dip it in this machine.
Right.
So,
but I mean, as far as like the time period, like couple weeks, a month, or
if they get it back, usually when they get it in, I do about 150 a year.
Right.
If they get it in early, usually around 3 months or less.
Okay.
And the later they get it in, the more it takes because we got so many backed up.
Right.
Like I say, we do at least 150 a year.
Okay.
Just on skulls.
And so does the price vary per the camo pattern, or?
No, all the camo patterns are the same. The plain white skull runs 125.
Right.
That's with a nice backboard.
Right.
And the camo skull runs 40 more, 165. And there's over 300 something patterns to choose from. So we have a lot of patterns.
Okay. So talk to me a little bit about, I know you mentioned you got these, the way you clean it with these flesh-eating beetles, and now that's versus boiling the skull. So kind of, can you compare and contrast those two methods?
Yeah, if I was to boil this skull, you would have cracks, breaks, seams in it. The nose pieces fall off. These flesh-eating beetles gives you a lot better quality. If they're boiled, they become brittle. They'll bust, crack easy. With these flesh-eating beetles, you get a natural pearly white. You don't have to paint them like they do with boiling the skull, and you don't have that yellow stain that comes out in them later from boiling. You just get a whole better quality skull.
Right. Okay. Now, so I know I'm wondering, and there's probably other people out wondering, so if you're dipping the skulls, do you also dip like guns or anything like that?
Oh yeah, we can dip anything. We dip skulls, we've dipped dashes for cars and trucks, and camo, sun visors.
Just
we
anything.
can do wood grain. We've done it on boats. Wood grain. Just 90% of the things out there can be dipped.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate it. That looks pretty good right there.
Marguerite, come here, girl.
Now, if you were to put another buck in that pen, what do you think would happen?
He would probably try to kill him. They would fight during the rut. One would kill the other, or they would fight until, you know.
Even if it was a really young buck, like a button buck?
He would probably, well, they are a button buck in there now.
Right.
He would probably run him off. I mean, he'd keep him away. He'd keep him a distance.
So he's serious about it.
He's serious. I mean, even though people think they're a pet, and like I say, they'll kill each other, even in the wild.
Right. So these
They're
racks you
competing.
got hanging up around here, these are
deer that's came in this year so far. We're up close to 175 already, and what we do is we will cape the deer out, and we can't freeze all the heads and stuff. So what we'll do is we'll cape the deer out, and these tags have 2 tickets.
right.
One on the bottom that you tear off will be the ticket that goes with the hide in the freezer, so you'll know whose hide is who. It's like these right here. You'll have the same number, same address, phone number, and everything
Right.
on it, and you'll put the hides in the freezer, and that's how you keep up with all the hides.
All right, and so those are the ones that are about to be mounted, and these are coming from, you know, which counties, like Chester,
Anywhere
Lancaster?
from Aiken all the way to Columbia, all the way up in North Carolina. We get them from all over.
Right. Now, these here are some of the deer that you're kind of in
Working
the
with,
process
yes.
of completing here. You got some really nice ones around here.
Yeah, we get a bunch.
So you do taxidermy on deer, ducks, fish, turkey, pretty much the whole.
Here's some turkeys. Got a turkey here and a turkey there, and here's a bass we got drying that we mounted yesterday. He has to dry for 3 or 4 weeks, and then we'll clean him up and paint him, and then your end result will be something similar to that bass over there on the wall.
Right.
Here's a wood duck standing. And we do it all, and there's another wood duck flying over there.
Nice. Looks like y'all definitely staying busy in here.
Yeah,
All right, so we talked about the flesh-eating beetles, and you're using them to clean out the rack. So this is actually a live tank here where you've got them in here going to work for you.
Yeah, we got actually three tanks here, and what we do is, like I say, we clean them up, put them in these tanks. If we put just one at a time in here, we could probably in 2 or 3 days take it out.
Right.
But since we put a 4, 5, 6, 8 in a tank, we usually leave them about a week and a half.
Right.
It's just a whole lot better technique.
Right.
You can see the bugs in there. I mean, they're working.
Right.
It's about due right there. Them are due for some food pretty soon. So, but these here, I mean, where's as you can see down in here, this is one that just put on. So, you see the beetles? They're doing their job.
Yeah.
These beetles will not bother you. They only eat dead flesh, so. Damn.
So you
they're
got
not
some
harmful.
sample.
Yeah, there's a few that's complete, and fixing to get them ready to go out, and
You got the walls lined here.
yep.
That's very unique.